share my screen over
Okay,
here.
yeah. When you're
John's mic is still on, David.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I think you can mute it on your side.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Fausto.
Hey, how you guys doing, everyone? How's everybody doing this whole coronavirus thing going on?
Good. How are you?
Well, unfortunately, I'm in a hot spot. So, here in Nassau County and about 15 minutes out of Manhattan. So, listen, at least we have a house and got some property to walk around and got chickens to take care of, doing some landscaping and trading. There's no better place.
Exactly.
No better place. No better place to be in a webinar right now.
Totally.
All right. If you're ready, you can go ahead and get started.
All right, no problem. Right, thanks, Dave. Hey, Dave, it's great hearing you guys again. Hope you guys have all been safe. I know it's been a while since I've been back, but how's everybody doing? Let me just get a little chat back of everybody in the room. Just let me know if everybody's could hear me loud and clear. So we got a bunch of people in here, which is great. Michael, Alan, Caesar, Derek. Just give me a chat back, everyone in the chat room. Just want to make sure everybody's wide awake and couple of chat. Come on, guys. Everyone there. Everyone, how's everybody doing with the coronavirus? Everybody doing all right with that? No one's sick? Don't talk back on. Don't worry, you won't get. As long as we won't talk back and forth, I think we'll be on 6 feet of distance. All right, good to see you. All right, here loud and clear from Australia. 2:00 in the morning. Wow, give that guy a round of applause. 2:00 to stick it in there to come and join us. I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you, Julia. All right, so guys, let's get started. First of all, thanks everyone for being here today. Like I said, there's no better place than being here in a webinar with trade research. Basically, we're going to talk a lot about how to trade today's this whole coronavirus thing that's going on. You see what's happening with today's markets, and I have to be honest with you. This has probably been one of the busiest and probably the best I've done in trading in a long, long time. There's been great volatility been going on. I haven't seen this since 2008. It's actually better than 2008 because this is obviously lasting a lot longer. There was some great opportunities out there. And unfortunately, there are some of you here that are freaking out because you're like, some of you are looking to retire and all of a sudden that money's gone. You're like, what do I do? Do I get in? Do I get out? Do I buy more? Do I can't buy more? Whatever it is. Well, hopefully I'm here to kind of tell you the facts of it. And then hopefully at the end of this presentation, I'll get to all of you guys will come and join me into my trading room and to learn a little bit more about it and how it works and why we're doing it. Because let me tell you, it's been unbelievable. And I know it's unfortunately not the greatest thing to say, but this is how traders make most of their money. If it was Hurricane Sandy, if here in New York, if it was the Twin Towers, 9/11, if it was, the financial crisis of 2008, the internet bubble in 2000, a lot of us wish that we could have bought Apple at $13, or even just recently, you could have bought, a lot of these stocks. Wayfair at 20 went to 180. Because of the coronavirus. So there was great opportunities. So we need to know exactly how it starts. So what I'm going to do, basically, I'm going to talk about psychology. I'm going to talk a little about how to follow the dominating brokerage firms. In other words, following the smart money. Going to teach you the KISS method, keep it super simple method, and also hear from our students firsthand, basically, and get the opportunity to come and join it and see what it's like to be in that real market situation. But I could tell you this, we have some great presenters here today. And listen, everyone here should try a little bit of everyone's stuff. Just keep in mind, we can't teach you how to trade in an hour. I got about 50 minutes to go. I could tell you this, if I don't make you drool by the end of this, I didn't do a good job, or maybe I'm just not the right fit, and that's okay. But hopefully a lot of you are going to come in and watch what it's all about. So let me just tell you really quick how I got started. If some of you never heard me before or know my bio, but I was one of the original day traders that started. They used to call us So's Bandits. That's actually somebody I knew that's on the front page of that Forbes magazine. Look, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. Well, Wall Street did not like us very much because we were part of their private club, and they did not like that. You know what's so cool about that picture? Look at that monitor. Remember those monitors? They used to weigh like 1,000 pounds. Jesus, those things are like anchors. But anyway, over the years, I love trading. But I was a failure. It was a big, big failure. You know why I was a big failure? I did not know how to stop losing. That was my issue. No one ever taught me how to stop losing. And because the winners take care of themselves, the losers is what people have to learn. And until I actually took a job and says, you know what? I give up. Let me go work for somebody here. I live in New York. I mean, this is the financial capital of the world. And, knowing a lot of people in the industry, and had some friends that their parents were pretty high up in the trading business. They took me under their wing. I was very, very fortunate because of that. So, and let me tell you what you're going to learn. When I finally sat down and they showed me how you're supposed to trade, this is what I'm going to do with you. And you're going to come and realize and be like, holy crap. I mean, like, why would I even consider doing this without having these tools? And it's not like I'm telling you you have to go spend all this money and buy this, buy that. But let me tell you, you can't build a house with a hammer. Okay. You're going to need more than a hammer. All right. A $2.50 hammer to do trading. You do it right. Or I'm telling you right now, do not do it at all. And by the way, I don't know if any of you guys ever saw me. I'm a feature presenter at NASDAQ Center, and I talk specifically about what we're going to talk about today. And if you ever want to watch those videos, they're on our homepage of our website. So why do I trade? So here's my lovely family. My lovely wife, Debbie. She gave me 3 beautiful sons. And unfortunately, I'm a girls. That's what people say. But the thing is this. The reason why I trade, because I want to spend more time with my family. And now a lot of people starting to realize you're home, you're stuck in your home. You know what? It's not really that bad. It's really not that bad. It's a lot cheaper than taking the train, spending money on fuel, going back and forth, car expenses. Everybody thinks like, that's the only way to live. No, that's not true. There's a smarter way how to live. And if you know how to trade, you could do this. Now, why do I teach? Well, first of all, to be very successful, you have to surround yourself and teach people to trade just like you. Okay, that's just how it is. You just can't go out there and do it on your own. So what I'm looking to do is hopefully a lot of you guys will get the opportunity to come and join me so I can teach you guys a little bit more about trading, how it works, and you get to meet these wonderful people that you're seeing right here. And this is just a class that we've done, on one of our on-sites. But let me tell you, these people are no different than you, and they were no different than me. The only way you're going to succeed is you have to trade with successful traders. And that's the most important thing. You got to know what's going on in the market. You got to surround yourself with great traders, and that's how you become good at what you do. Now, obviously, we all know what the big news is, right? I'm not going to sit here and bore you about the coronavirus. I mean, I'm almost getting sick of hearing that word. I must probably hear it about several hundred times a day, okay? But the thing is this. Unfortunately, there's a great opportunity out there for you guys to make money on it. And not in a bad way. It's just that everybody always brings up the stock market. You look at people losing their jobs, they're cutting jobs. So, you could short. I mean, how about some of you here have long-term investments? If you knew this was going to be as bad as it was, wouldn't you have sold in March or February than worrying about where it is now? I mean, look where Delta Airlines is, for crying out loud. Look at what's happening with the cruise stocks. I mean, if you knew that you owned that stock, you owned Royal Caribbean at 140, and you knew they were going to get hit that hard, you probably would have got out at 100. Where'd it go down to 20? You worked all your life to finally get retired and use that money and say, wow, I got 120, 40,000 in the bank and it's worth 20,000. I mean, like, does that make you a bad person? No, it just makes you smart. Okay. You just got to know how to play the game. And knowing how to play the game is very simple. You just got to follow the money. That's it. So I'm not going to teach you the Fausto Pugliese method, because I don't have a method. Okay. My method is what I've learned how Wall Street trades. That's basically what it comes down to it. The only method you're going to learn from me personally, what I invented, is basically, you're going to see, wow, I could actually, trade with people like Fausto and benefit and profit from things that happen in everyday markets. but you got to know why they go up and why they go down. So now you need to know, obviously, where the next move is, and that's what we're all looking for. So what do we need to do? How do we find these stocks? That's the first thing. Now, let me ask everyone a question. I got to take a drink, a sip of coffee here, but I have a question for a lot of you people here. Okay, can everyone just give me a chat and just let me know? Do you guys care? Like, why do you trade? Why are you here? I mean, that's my question to all of you. Even, just put in the chat room. Why are you here? Keith says to make money. Katie, I'm sorry. Anyone else? Why are you here? Dan, what about you? Chuck, Chris, Charles, why are you here? To learn? No. You're not here to learn. You're here for one reason. Okay? You're here to make money. That's it. You're here to be smart about it. I mean, we're all here to learn, but the real reason why you're here is to make money. End the conversation. Okay? So the thing is this. How do you make money in the market? You got to know where to look. You got to know where to find them, and you got to know where to look. Okay? There are 25,000 stocks out there. If you follow me on YouTube, if you followed me on Instagram or Facebook or my Twitter feed, I post 2-3 times a day. Sometimes you're going to be like, crap, Fausto, how did you find, what was the big mover we had today? PIXY. I mean, that stock literally went from like $6 to 15. 15. 6 to 15 in one day. But everyone's all concerned about what's happened with Apple today. Oh, did you hear what happened with Walmart? Walmart earnings. Walmart. You think I care about trading $130 stock? I would rather trade a $6 stock that goes to 15 in a matter of 30 minutes any day of the week. Percentage-wise, risk-wise, cost-wise, it's all about that one, not about the other ones. So how do we find them? Well, I'm going to show you like Baidu. I mean, Katie, why would I trade Baidu? Why would I trade a $100 stock? It's all about risk to reward. Remember one very important thing. You're here to make money. To make money, to be a smart business person, you have to risk less with the high amount of reward. Okay? You're not going to buy a $100 stock to make $500 when you could do it on a $10 stock and make the same $500. Because you know what? It's a lot cheaper. It's a lot less riskier. And what the hell you care what the company does? At the end of the day, your goal is, I want to make $500, not worrying about a $1,200 stimulus check. Okay? So how do we find these stocks? We work through our big percentage gainers and losers. Now, I know everyone's got all these fancy tools. Platforms have all these bells and whistles. But the problem with these is that there's a lot of stocks moving in here. You just don't know which one to trade. I mean, MESO up 130%, MBOT 50%, Chesapeake 43%. This is in one day. This is what's happening at this moment. It's not right now, but this is a screenshot. Overstock. I mean, like INO. I mean, like where DraftKings. Okay, I don't know if you guys have been following me on YouTube, but I'm a big fan of DraftKings when it came public. But how do you know when to get in, where to get in? Which one gives you the less risk? Which one's not much money? Which one is too cheap? Which ones are penny stocks to stay away from? Which ones are, the more brain damn when you deal with the best traders on Wall Street? This is what I'm going to kind of show you how to work things, how you scan the market. But just keep in mind, 80% of people who trade lack proper tools and education. This is a really big failure rate. And that's another reason why I like to teach. It's not, I'm also not here to teach traders I could trade with, but I'm also like to give a little back to the community because I do so many presentations. I've been traveling around the world, and I hate looking at you guys on face to face and just sitting there and just like a deer in the headlights, and just and wondering how do I fix this problem? It's not that hard to fix. You're making it harder on yourself. That's why 80% of people fail. So let's go. Let's talk about my number one tool that's going to make just right off the bat, half of you more successful than the 80% out there. We're going to start talking. We're going to start off talking with something called NASDAQ Total View. All right. So my question to you, everyone, does anyone have NASDAQ Total View? Anybody here have it? Just a yes or no. Dean says no. Anybody else? Sandy says no. John says no. Bar says no. Julia says no. No, 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 no. All right. So my question to you is this. Why don't you have it? It's nothing complicated. Why don't you have it? You know, I'm actually confused. Half the people in here just chatted. What are the other half of you guys doing? You guys got to wake up. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Because let me tell you something. If you don't talk, I'm not going to teach you how to trade. Because that's just a quick, don't mind me being very straightforward with you. But if you don't talk, that means you're confused or you're doing something else. Focus on what we're doing here. I took the time out of my day to come here, okay? And I could do 1,000 other things I could do right now to kind of educate you guys to make sure you know what you're getting yourself involved in. Because if you don't listen to me, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to be part of that 80% failure rate, okay? So question is, I didn't know about it. All right, so what you're about to hear right now, okay, is going to be very disturbing, all right? And if you go to our website, you want to watch the interviews that I've done through NASDAQ, let me just tell you something. They reached out to me because they know me for a long time that this is what they want you to learn. And another thing you're going to notice that NASDAQ does, they never invite any other school there to do interviews, okay? They specifically invite me, CyberTrading University, to come there because they want you to know this, because this is how NASDAQ works. Not some dumb indicator, okay? It's this. So let me get to it, all right? Sorry, me blabbing away. Let me just get do I have animation tools? Okay, good. Perfect. Okay. So I got my little dot right. Everybody see my little dot? Okay. So these are your buyers on the left, and these are your sellers. It's common sense, okay? What you're seeing right now is all the orders out there that are on dark pools, high frequency trades, algorithms, institutions. These are all the orders of people that are trading on the NASDAQ. You got to remember, there's nobody on there's no New York NASDAQ floor. It's all electronic. Okay. So you're like, where are the orders though? They're right here. This is how NASDAQ was built. It's a negotiated market. Right here, right now, you're looking at the NASDAQ chat room, the NASDAQ floor, the exchange, everything. These are all the orders, and we're looking at Peloton right now. So what we're looking at is everybody that's looking to buy the stock and everyone that's looking to sell the stock. And by the way, this is no level 2, okay? Level 2 is only, this shows you 20 times more data than level 2. Level 2 has been outdated since the 90s. I don't even know why they still have it. And you know what's the easiest way to answer that? How much they charge you for it. It's free. That's why it's worthless. These are the orders, meaning how many orders are out there to buy at that specific price. So you got, I don't know, you got 7,200 shares right here. There's 2 orders. It means there's 2 different people out there that make up 7,200 shares looking to buy at $34.65. So you know, and you could see there's 200 share buyers, 800 share buyers, 7,000 share sellers, 300 share sellers out there. So this is, now you're seeing the real hardcore orders out there. You think about that for a second. How much smarter and better and trading decisions could you make right now just by knowing where these orders are? It's incredible, right? That's right, Julia. This is the depth. This is the market depth. This is what you're looking at. So how do we follow the money? I'm going to start implementing the charts, and you're going to see right now how simple and easy trading is. And by the way, every single one of you are going to be invited to come and join me in my trading room, and I'll show you this stuff live. And actually, there's even something even there's something even better than this. We call this level 3. There's something called level 4, which is really going to blow your socks off. But I'm going to save that for the trading room. So let's look at this. We're looking at Norwegian Cruise Line. Okay. So Norwegian Cruise Line, you could see it went from $14.20 at 9:30 this morning, and it went all the way up, had a really nice push, about 15.80. But then it had like a little tough time breaking the support levels right around here. You could see it like from 11 o'clock all the way up to about 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, had a really tough time getting past this, and going back down past $15.40. Now, what makes a support and resistance levels on a chart? Very simple. Buyers and sellers. Unfortunately, on a chart, you can't see that. So you got to look over there on the book viewer, and you'll notice when we look at the buy orders, they're buy orders at every single penny. But there's one penny that really sticks out. The one that's showing 146,000 shares at $15.36. And that, fellow traders, would explain why the stock did not want to go back down to $14. It got stuck for several hours, and then it finally went up because it didn't want to go lower than $15.35 right here because of this guy right there. It's as simple as that. Now, let's follow the sellers. Is Norwegian Cruise Line going to, back to $50, $60? It could, but unfortunately, to get there, it's got to get through other sellers. And you could see how the stock went all the way back up to this price right here of $16.25 and then came back down. It didn't go to 17, it didn't go to 20, didn't stop at 16. It stopped specifically at $16.20 because voila, on the sell orders, out of everyone out there, the 600 share seller, the 1,000 share seller, you have 117 different orders out there that make up dark pools, make up algorithms, make up everything, institutions, make up 96,000 shares. So you ever wonder, like, sometimes you do a trade and you're like, damn, I feel like somebody's like watching me. Every time I buy it, the thing goes down. As soon as I sell it, it goes up. It's like, you know what? The problem is they're not watching you. The problem is you are not watching them. That's where the money comes in. So if you watch them, then you'll know where to get in and where to get out. You see, the thing is, you're not supposed to be a lagger. You're supposed to be a leader. And being a leader is seeing the future. And you want to lead, and the way you lead is seeing where everyone else is out there, not waiting for it to happen later. And this is why people are always caught behind the 8 ball. All right, let's have a question. I got a question for all of you. Everybody ready for it? Now let's do a little pop quiz. All right. INO. Is this stock going up or going down? It's a simple question. Up or down? If you don't know the answer, give me a question mark. What time frame is it? It's on the bottom, but what does that have to do with it? That's not the question. If it's a 10-year, a 3-day, or 30 seconds, it's not the question. Is this stock trending down or is it trending up? It's moving down, right? It looks like it's going down. Listen, it's not a difficult question. You should all listen. If you cannot answer this question, you damn well better quit trading. You really, really serious. 2 reasons. Number one, you're probably overanalyzing it, which is obviously a bad thing in trading. And 2, you know what? If you just don't follow the colors, and obviously, you don't know what a falling knife is, so you got to be careful. So it's going down. All right, good. Now, here's the big question. Where's it going to stop? What do we need for this stock to go back up? I mean, it's at 1460. You're like, my God, I'm losing money. I'm down almost $2. Goff bids 1,000 shares. I'm down $2,000. Is it going to zero? I mean, when is it going to stop? Do you sell it now? Do you wait? What do you do? What do you guys think? Oh, we need buyers, right, Derek? Oh, right, Kathleen. We need buyers. You don't need Mr. Fibonacci to tell you that, do you? Now you're thinking about it. You don't need a 200 moving average, do you? Now all of a sudden you realize we need buyers. Does a chart show you a buyer? Do we see buyers on a chart? No, absolutely not. You see, you got to remember, a chart is telling you what happened in the past. It's not indicative of the future. It does sometimes. It could help you. It could assist you. But there's no guarantee that it's going to hit previous support levels and it's going to bounce. We need to see where the orders are. So let's go to NASDAQ Book Viewer. What do you think is going to happen in INO when we come up to this 219,000 share buyer at $12.60? Oh, and by the way, there are 73 different people out there in this world that think exactly the same, that they want to buy it at $12.60. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to pivot. It's going to pivot. You know what? I like John's question. Bingo. I like that one. It probably found a support level. I mean, let's think about this a second. You think 1272 is a support level with 149,000 with 149 shares out there? Or how about this guy for 500 shares? I mean, look at all the orders out there, every single penny from 1272 down to 1246. Who are you going to trust more? Where do you think there's going to be more of a demand? I mean, it's almost like common sense. I hate to say this. My 11-year-old came up to me, goes, you know what the first thing he said to me? My son Lucas, he goes, Dad, why is there so many people buying the stock at 1260? Doesn't that mean that a lot of people want to buy it there? I mean, 11-year-old says that to me. He goes, I asked him, I said, because he knows math. I'm like, Lucas, look at this picture right here. What do you see? Like anything unusual? He goes, yeah, there's a lot of people looking to buy this stock at that price. If an 11-year-old could do it, you could do it. And guess what? Let's go to the chart. What happened exactly at 1260? It did what he said. It did exactly what the market said. There were buyers out there. It made support levels. It hit 1260. It constantly keep testing it. The guy never left. And look what happened. It went right back up to 1360. All not because of Fausto said so, not because of Cybertrade University said so, not because of you, David, and Mr. Bollinger Band said so. It was because of this 219,000 share buyer out there. This is what NASDAQ invites me to come do presentations on their show, because they want you guys to see this stuff. They want you to use the right tools. Everything else is just window dressing. It's all about following the money. All right. Let's jump ahead and let's look at a different example of it. Let's just go right to the level 3. I call it level 3 book view, by the way. It's level 3. Where are traders selling American Airlines? What do you guys think? I mean, it's almost common sense. There's a 600,000 share seller out there, right there. 600,000 shares. There's 10 different orders out there at 1290. Listen, I didn't do that. I didn't tell them to put it out there. This is just what all the people in the world want to do, is sell the stock. Greg says, listen, I get it. And it's just sometimes you look at this and like, why am I not looking at this stuff? Like what is wrong here? It's simple enough. You just got to follow the money. You just follow the money. So without even looking at some chart or reading the news on it and wondering or even questioning like why is everyone such a big seller at 1290? It's not your opinion that's going to make this thing go up and down. Just don't overanalyze it. Just follow the money. Because guess what? Have you used an indicator? Look at this thing. I mean, you got everything in this thing. You got a Bollinger Band, you got a moving average, you got an SMA, you got some volume bars, you got everything on this. Yeah, technical analysis paralysis. And you know what? You know what's a sad part about these indicators? They're all right. They're all right. It makes perfect sense. The problem is it does not work for day trading. You see, I'm a day trader. I'm a tape reader. What I just showed you is called tape reading. That's basically what you're looking at, tape reading. So when it comes to trading, traders, just basically, instead of making things so complicated, just follow the money. Because now look at the chart. If you were looking at that indicator before and you didn't follow this money, and you're like, oh, but the chart looks like it's going up, blah, 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 this. Guess what? It went from 1290 down to 1320 in less than an hour. And there goes all your money. Just because that guy was out there. Because you got to remember, the guy out there, I'm sorry, it's not the guy, it's a bunch of people out there. All those traders out there, they're negotiating. They say, hey, I'm looking to sell. Guess what? If nobody buys it from him, there's only one other way. He hits the eject button and he starts executing all the buyers on the bid. So when you're always wondering, like, how do stocks go up and go down? It's called supply and demand. Okay, stocks go down because people are selling. Stocks go up because people are buying. Here you're seeing people selling. They didn't sell it yet. They're saying they want to sell. But all of a sudden, if nobody wants to buy it from him, all he's going to do is, some of you know what I'm talking about. You ever heard of, you have an auto stop? You know what I mean? Like if it hit I have an auto stop to sell at this price, but if it doesn't do it, it's going to automatically execute. That's what's going to happen. Because some people look at me and they're like, where'd he go? He just disappeared. Well, he probably the guy who ran the stock down. You know what I mean? He wanted out of his position. He said he wanted to sell it. No one sold it. So he decided, hey, you know what? Let me start dumping it. So Derek has a good question. His question is, how is total view different from level 2 screen? Like I said earlier, it's level 2 has been outdated since 1990. Okay. Level 2 is only showing you the best bid and best offer out there. It's not showing you all the bids and all the offers. And in layman terms, in simple terms, it's about 20 times to 100 times more data you're getting in total view than level 2. That's basically right. 20 times more liquidity. It's on their website. Now, listen, I don't work for NASDAQ. Okay. I don't get paid by them. Nothing. Okay. That's not how I make my money. The way I make my money, which a lot of you probably want to know, is I trade with my traders. See, I'm looking to teach you guys to help us go out there and to trade together, because you have to trade with a team. You got to trade with other traders. And I'm always training people. I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of schools out there that a lot of them are my instructors and students, and hopefully, and it's okay. And I'm glad because people start to realize eventually you got to give back a little bit, or you want to do your own thing, but you got to learn how to play the game. So the big thing you have to understand, guys, is keep it super simple. By the way, here's my email address. All right. Send me an email if you guys want a template from TradeStation, Thinkorswim, Schwab, or TD Ameritrade. We have good templates. If you, instead of wasting your time going out there and figuring it out, just, what I'm saying? Send me an email. We've done it for you. Aren't you sick and tired waiting on hold for these people? I had nothing to lose but to gain from you guys. So I'd rather you have something right than something wrong. Well, thank you very much, Julia. And you know what, Julia? I do a lot of charity, actually. I was in Vegas. I did it for Trade for a Cause. I did a charity for them, training people out there. All the proceeds went to breast cancer. I actually do a lot of training for NFL players because we all know that NFL players, a lot of them filed bankruptcy, and I have a very good relationship with the NFL union, and I do presentations for the NFL, teaching NFL players how to take their finances in their own hands after they get out of it, in football. So yeah, I do a lot of really cool stuff, and I really like it. I meet some, it's great. You meet some great people on the way, and like I said, and you'll get to meet a lot of them in my trading room. You're going to bump into a lot of NFL players. Super Bowl players actually won the Super Bowl or in our trade. I'm not going to tell you any names, but you'll get to see them in there. It's great. My email address, I'll put it in here in the chat. Let me give you my direct email. They made a mistake on the screen. Here's FaustoP@ctucorp.com. There you go. Is that right? Yeah. And the other thing is this, guys. And listen, if you're not interested in day trading and you're interested in swing trading, Forex, just send me an email. There's only 3 or 4 people that I would recommend that are really good at it. You really want to not waste your time, and God forbid spending money on training and then realize, that you're doing it. I mean, listen, today's event, you got some great presenters. I mean, David's got some of the best, minds in the industry, and that's why we're here. So it's just great that, he's even hosting, you guys making the opportunity to be here. I know it's a lot to absorb, but you know what? They were going to be recorded, and you'll enjoy it. All right. Now, I always get questioned on this, okay? And people tell me, Fausto, how you know these are real orders, okay? Listen, this is not like fake news, okay? You want to know how real it is? You come in my trading room. I'll find a nice iceberg order out there, and then we'll use your money. We'll execute it. Okay. And if you don't get executed, I'll give you $1,000. Okay. How about that? If you think they're so fake, okay, I don't even want anything from you. I'll find the order. We'll use your money and we'll execute it, and we'll see if it's fake or not. All right. I did the same bet to an analyst. I was on a stage, and the guy was like, they hate traders. You know why they hate us so much? Because we're taking their job away. Here these guys, they think they act like they're so much smarter than you. Okay. Just because they have they're very well spoken. You know what I mean? But then when you start telling them how to trade, they're like, oh, you're wasting your time. Of course, go taking business away from them. But I had a guy that questioned me on that. I snapped. I'm like, really? I says, okay, you got your account open. Let me find one. You tell me how fake it is. And then you look like a complete jerk. But anyway, how do we know they're real? Okay. And how do you know they're canceled? Well, let's look at this. Where is the resistance levels on ACB, which has been a great runner for us? Did anybody trade ACB? This was a phenomenal run. We did great on this trade. ACB. Anyone trade it? Way to go. Here's another one that we're trading too. It's making a big run too. I don't know if you guys see this one. NNDB. Look at this thing. Went from $1.30. Damn, it went to $3. Shoot. That's okay. You guys cost me money. I could have been trading. And sure enough, that one ran. Anyway, that's okay. All right. So ACB, big celery here at 16. Okay. Now, what happened? In the same day, with that big seller out there at 16, it ran from 16 to 20. To 20, for crying out loud. 20? Are you kidding me? How could a stock go up so much? Well, look over here. You knew the resistance levels was 16. You see it on the chart. You see here on there's a big seller out there. It's like in black and white. But sometimes some people think it's a buy. Okay. And they're like, you know what? You want to sell it? 50,000? Oh my God, I need 50,000. I just got a phone call from, Warren Buffett. I'm just making believe, whatever. One of my big institution guys. He said, you know what? I got to get that trade. And guess what? He bought it. You saw the transactions taking place. You see the time in sales, green, 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 green. Those are transactions. By the way, the chart gets his data from the time in sales. And the stock took off. The stock literally took off. And why did it go up? Because that guy got executed. That is how you make money in trading. You follow the money. So even though you see sellers, somebody can go out there and execute them. Now, by the way, anybody confused? Anybody lost? Everybody following along? Jacqueline, you are. Candace, Keith, Graham, good. No, everybody's following along. Good. Now, let's think about this. I'm not doing a sales pitch here, okay? But what do you think that's worth? What would you pay? What do you think something like that is worth to you to see those orders? Okay? What do you think it's worth? And by the way, let me tell you something my dad always taught me. I want to pass that over to you. You never want anything for free because that's all it's worth. You just want a good deal. How about this? When I started 25 years ago, I had to pay $1,000 a month for that data. Think about it. A 22-year-old kid to come up with $1,000 to get that data. You're like, that's crazy. That's $12,000 a year. And you know what my mentor told me? Frank Farrar, great man, great trader, said, Fausto, listen, I like you because you're my brother's best friend. You're stepping into a $250,000 job. You think you can open up a store without paying rent? This is part of doing business. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll try it out. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I was one of the, and believe me, 90% of the people like, no way, I'm not coming up with $1,000 a month. They're like, okay, no problem. And you know what? You think that was expensive? Try ignorance. Anyway, it doesn't cost $1,000. It costs $15. $15. You're telling me you wouldn't spend $15 to see where 70 to 80% of where the buyers and sellers are? Would you guys pay $15 for that? It's a joke. $15. People are like, wait, how they? Why is it 15? Well, that's what it costs now. I mean, you're not a professional. If you were a broker or something, then you have to pay professional fees, and it's like $80, $90. But $15 to see that data. Now, listen, I don't want you guys to buy it for $15. I'm telling you, please do not go to NASDAQ and buy this because you'll do more damage than good. I need to show you how it works. So I want you to come in my trading room. I want you to see not only that one, but more of a level 4, which is not only, it's going to show you 5 different books. I just showed you one book. Imagine seeing 5. Imagine seeing the New York Stock Exchange, Archipelago, EDGX, NASDAQ, all in one. Because remember, sometimes there's orders in different exchanges. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm going to show you that. I'm just basically just showing you one book. But I want to show you how it works, so you can see it live in the market. Right now, I mean, we're all seeing a PowerPoint. Anybody can make it look nice and pretty. But when you see this stuff live, you're going to be like, holy crap. You're going to do it or you're going to not do it at all. But you know what? What's crazy? The big thing is this. You don't even got to make a lot of money to do this. Did you ever realize if you made just 50 cents a day? I mean, we're looking at Works, WORK. This is day trading at its best. 9:30 this morning, we traded the stock, went from $6 to $14. Are you kidding me? But you know what? Did we need to make $6? No, we didn't. If you just got 50 cents of that trade, you know what? On 500 shares, $250, $50,000 salary. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever thought that if you just made that small amount of money, you don't have to worry about some stimulus package coming out of Washington, D.C. You don't have to worry about, I gotta file my unemployment. I gotta hopefully get my job back. Forget that stuff, guys. You know what? This is a wake-up call probably for you. This probably did you a favor, God forbid you didn't get sick with this coronavirus. But now you got the opportunity to do this. Now you got the time. You know, I had so many people always tell me, you know what, I can't, I have a full-time job. What full-time job you got now? Yeah, your full-time job is now you got some time off. And let me tell you something, it doesn't take that long to learn this stuff. It really doesn't. Because you better get ready for the next, market crash or next market rally. It's just going to happen. So for everybody here, every single one of you need a mentor, and you're going to need more than one. I mean, it's reality. It's just going to happen. And I know some of you like, well, I trade futures, I trade options, I trade. Listen, you should know and learn a little bit about everything, because every time you learn, because you know what? This is the way I look at it. If you're not making money, what you're doing right now within a month, you're pretty much wasting your time. I kind of use the phrase of the doctor theory. If a doctor puts you on medication and you're not getting any better, but you're getting worse, you got two options: get on a new drug or find a new doctor. I mean, that's where it comes down to it. But every single one of you need a mentor. And by the way, this is not, and don't think you're going to get this stuff for free. I'm just warning you guys, stay away from free stuff, because how did people make money? It's no different. I'm not going to here to debate and tell you about it. We'll talk about it in our trading room. But like, you ever thought about why brokerage firms giving free tickets? Well, how did they even make money giving away for $5 a ticket? Now it's free. Doesn't that make you think why are they giving you a free ticket? I'll tell you why when you come to my trading room, and you're going to be sickened what they're doing. Really sickened. In other words, they're just trading against you. I'll just put it this way. They're just being a casino because they know you're going to lose. 80% of people are going to lose. So if they can get you to trade more, why would they not? What the hell is $5 going to do in their life? All right. So listen, if you want to start spending more time with your family, which you're probably doing right now, but also now you want to take care of them. Maybe, listen, I'm just telling you right now, I'm not that show off guy. I don't go out there and show off, putting, stacks of $100 bills in my center console. If you're looking for that person, that's not me. If you're looking for someone that's going to, show him he's got his new Lamborghini and he's racing the engine because he bought on some stock he traded, that's not me. I'm not the right person for you. But if you're somebody that, listen, I have 3 boys, been married for 20 years. Okay. You know how hard it is to be married for 20 years. Okay. People think that's unheard of. Happily married. And you know what? What my concern is? I like to see this. I like to see the paid, stamp on my kids' college tuition. I want to be able to pay for my kids and not have him put them in debt. Excuse me, I sneeze. I like to be able to pay my bills. Okay. Take my kids on vacation, not go out there and buy bottles of champagne and, and be the next Wolf of Wall Street. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people like that, but I'm looking for people that have more family values, that, want to talk about things that are going to help all of us make money together. It's a different style of trading in a way of looking at it, because I don't like to brag, and there's no reason for it. There's no reason why anyone should go out there and brag about their trades. And that's the big thing you're going to learn in our trading room. You'll never see us go out there and say, hey, look how much money I made. Hey, I made $3,000. So we don't do that because we don't want to discourage new traders. You'll notice we always talk about things in points. But listen, it's time to enjoy life. Stop getting stressed out. I know this coronavirus is doing terrible things for a lot of us. And I don't know where everyone else is in a part of this world, but I don't think anyone's in a worse location than where I'm located. I can't even tell you how many friends that we've lost because of it. But you know what? Some of them passed away because they had a job that put them in harm's way. You know what I mean? So why do that? You don't have to. You got the greatest opportunity in the world, and now you can go out there and do it, and that's trading. So if you want to find out why Cyber Trading University has been endorsed and has been featured on more brokerage firms and then more exchanges than any school in the industry, I want you to take this opportunity to come in and watch, not me, but watch my traders, how we trade. So this is what I'm looking to do. I want to invite you all in the original trading room that I started 25 years ago. I mean, you're seeing them pop up everywhere. A lot of them are actually my students, believe it or not, and are my instructors. But if you want to come and have that original cheesecake, you know, that you hear about, the original wings, you know, from Anchor Bar in Buffalo, you know, the buffalo wings that you hear about. Well, here's your chance. I want you to see how we trade in pre-market. Most of the money we make is early in pre-market. I want you to see how, when we listen, it's not a full-time job. Not that you guys are going anywhere, but we only trade about an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon. But I want you to see the traders in the room and see how they make money and how they get in and how they get out and how we find these stocks and so on. And then also see the camaraderie and the family-oriented type of environment that we have, because we all look out for each other, because it's all about being a team, you know? So as much as you want to learn how to trade, that's fabulous. But where you have to learn how to trade, you also have to trade with the people that you learn with. You know, you can go to school, be a doctor, but if you never worked in the operating room, you're not going to be a really good doctor. I'm sorry to tell you that. So you got to be on the field to know how it is. And you got to surround yourself with people that learn exactly the way you did. So this is what I'm asking for. I'm not asking for a lot of money. I'm asking for $9. Okay. The $9, listen, I don't make any money on $9. I lose money on that. It's just more or less, I'm looking to people I could teach. We can make thousands of dollars together. The $9 just tells me if you're a real person or not. That's really what it comes down to it. It's 1 week. That's it. I'm giving you 1 week of my trading room, and this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a day trading crash course. You're going to have your own education advisor. You're going to get live commentary. You're going to get weekly live Q&A sessions, hundreds of hours of recordings, everything. Listen, I want you just to, you know, hear the good, the bad, and the ugly about day trading and swing trading, okay? And investing. This is what we do in this room. Come there, try it out, see what you think. And the worst thing that could happen is if you don't like it, I'll give you $9 back. This basically just tells me that if you're a real person or not. That's really what it comes down to it. Now, that link, ladies and gentlemen, is, let me just give it to you. Where are you? Day trading trial. There we go. And it has the link right there. All right. So now with a bonus, okay, just click on that. And with a bonus, I'm going to throw something extra in there. For the first 20 people, listen, we got over 200 people in this room. For the first 20 people that register and sign up, I will personally give you a free coaching class. Now, why would I even do that? Is because when we start getting into our second and third day, listen, I don't really, not a lot of people really qualify to do this. Okay. So we're going to have a little discussion and we're going to see how we're going to move forward. And I'll be able to answer your questions. But until you actually have some experience in the room and see what's going on, you know, we can't really move forward. So listen, there you go. $9. You got nothing to lose. If you're not happy, I'll give you $9 back. But you're going to learn how to trade pre-market. I'm going to teach you how to find dark pools, iceberg orders, shadow dominating market makers and stocks, how to find stocks, tape reading, algorithm, everything. You're going to listen. What you think you learn in 50 minutes, you're going to fall off your chair when you see it live in the market. Okay, so Julia, personally, when you could start, I would start right away. I mean, what happens is that you'll get activated by tomorrow. You're going to talk to an education advisor. He's going to show you exactly what you're going to need to see and understand. And you say who you say you are. And because listen, we get a lot of, you know, people that come in there and they try to steal our ideas. And, you know, we have competitors in there that, you know, want to see who's in there. So we just can't let anybody in there. People are like, why are you charging $9? Listen, why don't you do it for free? If we did that, we don't know who's in there or what they are and where they came from. So that's one of the reasons why. But you can start on Monday. I mean, if you want. I mean, well, Monday will close. Monday's Memorial Day. But you can start on Tuesday. But start now. I mean, listen, it's fresh in your mind, right? I mean, why even waste your time? couple other questions that are coming across here. Okay, so I got to finish up. I got about 1 minute because I got the next presenter coming in, and I want to give you guys time to register. Do you work with options and stocks? Yes, I do. Okay, but if you want to be a good options trader, you damn well better be a good stock trader. All right. Can we still see the 100 hours recordings for the week during the trial? You're gonna have it up to that week. Yes. Okay. We got like traders talk and stuff like that. All right, listen, guys, I got to go. Thank you for coming, having me here, David. I mean, it was a great event. Listen, everybody, there's some great presenters in here. Stick around, listen to all of them. You know, try to sample a little bit of everyone's stuff. But please do not be ignorant to go out there and try to figure this out on your own. Don't listen. YouTube's great, but it's just enough to get just to help find the guy you want to help you with. But don't think you're going to learn how to trade on your own. It's a team effort. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here, and be safe out there because listen, the coronavirus is a big issue. So go out there and just listen to the experts and try to be safe. And listen, there's no safer place than being in a trading room. All right. Thanks, everybody. Happy trading.
Thank you so much, Fausto, for your presentation, and thank you for the special offer for today's event.
Thank you, Fausto.
The link is right there, cybertradinguniversity.com/trial. All right, our next presenter is Matthew Buckley. Hey, Matt.
Yeah, are you there? Yeah.
I got you guys loud and clear.
Top
Yeah,
gun
sounds good.